Hey guys, Mark here at American Suspension. I've got our Fat Tire 21 set up. When you get it, especially the legs, you're going to come with pieces you're going to have to install. I'm going to kind of show you quickly how to do that. This is a tree kit for 21, or for the Fat 21 for 14 and newer, 49 millimeter. You're going to get travel limiters, bearings, washer, riser kit. These are the cans. Fat Tire cut. We have stock length and +2 or Fat 23, and then this works with Fat Cats or an Elite fender. Cut on the inside, smooth. We have raw, chrome, and black finish available. These are the chrome lower legs. We have black and raw to match, the cans as well. I've already installed the brake bracket and the fender bracket. So they're going to come uninstalled. You're going to have to install it. This takes 5 studs and 5 nuts. This takes 4 small flathead bolts. So you're going to install it with the horseshoe facing up to the top, and then when it's finished, it's going to, install like this. These ribbed decorative edges go facing out to the outside, flat on the inside. The brake brackets are numbered. There'll be a number here, right for we'll have R, left we'll have L. If you have a single disc, you're only going to get one that's L. So, but you'll have 2 fender brackets. I'm going to show you how to install those. This is I'm going to install the brake bracket first. It's going to come with 5 studs. You're going to hand start them in the opening. It's chrome, so sometimes it's a little tough. Just make sure the screw it's going in dead straight, not at an angle. You should be able to get like a 1 turn on it with your hand to make sure it's started in there. They're going to have an Allen opening on one end and flat on the other, so the Allen faces out. It's going to take a 1/8 inch Allen tool to install them. So the chrome sometimes will, and I put red Loctite on all of these. Like sometimes the chrome buildup is in there, so if it's kind of sticky or stiff, I kind of go back and forth a little bit to help it install. And then you just want, once it bottoms out like that, you just want to snug it up. All right, 10 to 15 pounds of torque, that's all it needs. You just want to find the bottom and snug it up. Don't over tighten it. Don't try to muscle it. You'll strip this. You'll strip the leg out, and you'll be buying a new leg. So again, they're gonna install like this. If it's a little sticky or stiff, just kind of do what I'm doing. Go back and forth. Until you find the bottom, and then you want to just snug it up. So then you're going to do that to all 5 of these. It's fun watching me do this, but all right. Find the bottom and snug it up. I have this covering on. I would put a towel or a pad or something. You could maybe tape it up more. I'm pretty secure at what I'm doing, so I've taped it up a little bit just in case, but you might want to tape the whole legs up for when you're mocking it up on the bike so that you don't scratch anything. You really want to inspect it really good before you install it. Make sure the chrome, everything looks good on the parts before you install it. That would be the time to call us and say, hey, there's an issue or whatever. Not after it's installed on the bike. So you're gonna just take your time installing these studs, and again, when it bottoms out, you're just gonna snug it up. And then I have another video on the YouTube and on our site that talks about installing the fork tubes and assembling these legs, and then, you know, with air ride or without. But this is kind of something new for us, is to install these parts. So now I've got the studs in, I've snugged them up, 10 to 15 foot-pounds. This bracket, it only can go on one way, so you just have to make sure right and left. You put the right on the right, left on the left, all right? Then it's gonna come with these, with 5 nuts. You're gonna kind of just drop them in there. And then I usually just stick the socket in there and turn, you know, start it. Kind of line it up on the nut. All right, let's start it. These two you can kind of get going with your finger. So now I'm going to snug these up. Again, these are 10 to 15 foot-pounds. I'm going to get to where it feels like it's stopping, and then I'm going to move to the other end, and then I'm going to work my way from the outside in, going back and forth. So, but when I feel it like that, when I feel it kind of stopping, I'm going to stop. So they're all snug. I'm going to go back. I'm going to put a one bar nut, but I'm just going to 10 to 15 foot-pounds is all you need on these. They're lock nuts. They're designed not to back off, but you can, if you over torque them, they'll strip. So don't muscle it. 10 to 15 foot-pounds is not a lot. Just double check them, make sure they're all fairly tight. You know, 10 to 15 pounds. And these are all good. So that's done, that's installed. So chrome, you know, I usually like to keep it wiped down. Less fingerprints to wipe up later. But here's the fender bracket. This is, again, the fat tire. It's going to look like this. It's going to have 180 on it for the 180 tire. There doesn't matter if there's not a left and a right. So it doesn't matter which leg, but there is on the brake brackets, all right? And again, the horseshoe faces towards the top where the seal goes, all right? Then you're gonna take your screw, put some red Loctite on it. These are gonna take a 5/32 Allen. And then, you know, again, just make sure you start the screw straight in. Don't angle it, don't force it. Just take your time, make sure that all the screws get started. Otherwise, oops, so I gotta get this. So I gotta make sure that this is on all the way. So it's gotta be flush. There we go. We're just going to snug them up. so now I'm going to go, so I'm going to just hand tighten all these, make sure they're in straight. Then I've got a 5/32 socket. Again, these are low torque, around 10 foot-pounds of torque. You're going to want to slowly go. If they feel like they're sticky, or then back it out a turn or two and then go back in. You just want it to bottom out, and then you want to snug it up. No, don't force it. If it feels weird, if it feels too tight, you know, it's probably not right. So like that. And then you know, kind of work your way to all 4 bolts. And then, you know, then that's it. You can take your tape off, clean it up, and then you can watch the other video about how to install the forks and the fork tubes to take your stock sliders off. All that stuff's in another video. All right, guys, thanks, appreciate it.